Hey guys, back from week 2. Pretty much a week of seminars, to be honest. I literally spent my entire week in a room getting talked at by the leaders who were giving us talks and things like, oh, what do you need to be a good leader? Make a list! Yeah, for obvious reasons, I didn't enjoy this week quite as much as the last one. And also, weirdly enough, it was like the group feeling had kind of changed, like the atmosphere. We weren't. I don't know if it was just because we were all incredibly involved with the crap we were doing or what, but it didn't feel the same, really. Also, quite likely, it's because 3 people disappeared. Well, 4 technically, actually, so that's alright then. Melissa's interpreter last week was a bloke called Jeff, who was absolutely hilarious. This week we had a lady called Leona, who was also quite nice. We both had similar tastes. But she was very, very opinionated and kind of a bit bossy, I guess. She acted more like an adult than Jeff did. I don't know if it was a natural thing with Jeff or if he was just, trying or whatever. But, yes. So I missed Jeff. I don't know if anyone else missed Jeff, but I definitely did. And then we also lost Mary Jo. I don't remember her mention Mary Jo or not, but we also had quite similar tastes. She had this really, really cool Stark Industries shirt that I wanted so much, but then she told me she got it from Comic-Con. So, yay. On the bright side, however, I asked my mum if I could go to Comic-Con next year for my birthday, and she didn't turn the idea down from outright, so you may get a very excited video next year about me going to Comic-Con, and me telling you about all the crazy costumes I saw at Comic-Con. So yeah. Right. And then also this other girl called Zoe left, who was also called Zoe. So she left too, so we lost. Oh, and this other girl, Natalie, didn't even leave the full program. She just moved to a different group, and then we just kind of like, why? Apparently, she doesn't feel like part of the group. I don't know if it's just because she's quite quiet as well, or what, but I'm quite quiet. I felt absolutely fine. Honestly though, I do think if I was in a different group, I don't think I would have done as well as has in this group, because this group seemed to have all the kind of weird outcasty kind of people in, which is strange. But then, hey, so yeah, I spent a week doing seminars. There isn't really much I can tell you about this week. Last week I had millions of stories, and I couldn't even tell you all of them. I only managed to tell you 3 because I was just sat there waffling about them because they're all really long stories. This week I've got out to tell you, pretty much. God, it'll bloody rack my brains. Oh, have you ever done like a blind assault course before? And like you're wearing a blindfold, and then you have to hold on to a piece of rope, and then you have to go through the course. But then, in most cases, there's like you have a partner, and that partner like walks along beside you and tells you what to do. We did that, but there was nobody to tell us what the hell we were doing. There were like people who were not blindfolded in the room, but they weren't telling us anything that we had to do. We just had to bore our way through it. That was so aggravating, especially for me, because there was this bit where they made like this tunnel of chairs by like tipping them over and having like the back rest pressed together, and I was bending down to get under it, right? And then I didn't know that there was like a chair directly in front of me, and there was an adult leader standing right next to me, and she did not warn me that I was about to crawl into a chair. And that is why I have had a huge lump on my forehead right about here till Thursday, from the beginning of the week. 4 days that lump lasted. 4 days. And it was still a bit painful this morning. That pissed me off so badly. And then she was just laughing while I was there in the fetal position going, ow, my head. Oh, God. That just annoyed me so bad. It really did. What? How are you meant to do an assault course like that? It's ridiculous. Nobody knew where they were going, and they weren't giving us any help at all. It was stupid as heck. It really was. Ugh. I've had a lot of aggravation this week, I'm sorry. And then they told us on Wednesday that there was going to, on Tuesday that there was going to be a talent show on Thursday, and everyone was like, ooh, entertainment. And then she said, everybody has to enter. We all had to enter this megging talent show. I probably would have entered anyway, but I'd rather have a say in whether or not I have to get up in front of a room full of people, most of whom I don't know well enough to know if I like them or not, and sing for them. But I did that anyway. I sung Somebody to Love by Queen, if you're wondering. And there is a video of it on my phone, but it isn't very good. Not because the recording was bad. Melissa did a very good job of recording it, but because there were these girls sat behind us, and you can hear them more than you can hear me. Which is weird, because I was the only one in that room who had a microphone, so I don't know. It wasn't the best I'd ever sung, but everybody seemed to like it, and loads of people told me that I did well, so I was quite happy. Yeah. I guess that was probably the highlight of my week, to be honest. When I was singing, there was literally nothing else happened that was of any interest at all. So yeah. There'll be a video for you on Monday when we start properly working on our social action project. We've decided the kind of thing we're going to do and where we're going to do it. And we started trying to organise a little bit of what's actually the people who are going to be there. But we haven't done most of it yet. So I'll be able to tell you more crap on Monday. So yeah, I will see you on Monday or at the weekend if I find something to blog about. I don't know if I will or not. Probably not. Bye, guys. See you on Monday, and let's hope that the next week isn't a waste of my summer holidays.